Well, back guys to Fog Racing. It is your F1 2023 season review. And welcome back to the channel. And of course, we've got a lot of carnage to get through because we put it up for a poll now. And this channel is quite small. We're building. 14 votes. Live in America. I said rate the F1 2023 season out of 5. We've got a 1. We've got 21% of the vote. 2 got 7. 3 got the most at 50%. 4 got 7% and 5 got 14%. And what does Big Stevie Cool agree with? I agree with 50%. Why do I agree? Well, I agree with the 50%. I agree with 3. Because we're going to get into it. We're going to go on Wikipedia, look through things, but I'll explain it a wee bit clearer very, very soon. Well, let's look at it, troops. I mean, how exciting could a season really be with Max Verstappen winning literally every single race? He won 19 out of 22, Perez won 2, and Carlos Sainz won the other. But let's go back to the start of the season. Bahrain. What made Bahrain so exciting? Well, for me, what made it so exciting was the return to life that Aston Martin had. Fernando Alonso grabbed himself a podium. You had the drama with Charles Leclerc retiring, the epic overtake for Alonso on Max Verstappen. We all wish. Lewis Hamilton, great manoeuvre. You had a good drive for Valtteri Bottas. And you know what? Through the first pretty much start of the season, up until about Canada, I want to say, it was pretty much all to do with Aston Martin. And what carried this season as well was McLaren getting good around Austria with the upgrades Norris getting. Also, what was good as well in this season was qualifying. Honestly, in terms of a qualifying session, I don't think you could ask for much more in a season. Now, obviously, if there's a championship battle, qualifying will feel more important. That's why in 2021 it might have felt better, but in terms of overall qualifying, I mean, this season was phenomenal. So many different pole setters, so many like mixed up grids, and even though the mixed up grids didn't really necessarily result in epic races, we had a lot of chaos. We had the Australian red flag drama. In Monaco, we had the epic qualifying for Verstappen's final sector was phenomenal. The race, the rain, Alonso so close to a win. Then in Spain, we had like a weird track. It was like cold. The McLarens and Leclerc were absolutely awful. Even though McLaren at that point were pretty much awful. Like I'm not going to say they weren't. Then we went to Canada with a great wee battle as well between Alonso and Hamilton. Aston Martin, after a poor Spanish Grand Prix, looked like they took a step forward. Sorry to burst anyone's bubble. They definitely did not take a big step forward. That is for sure. And then we had, of course, living in America. Da, 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 da. We had McLaren. We had the Austrian Grand Prix, Great Britain, Hungary, Belgium. And throughout these races, it was all about McLaren. It really, really was. Like you'd Oscar Piastri in the Belgium sprint race, phenomenal stuff. McLaren taking the fight to Red Bull. Lando Norris takes the lead. Then we had a great race in Holland. You know, wet race, phenomenal. Italy was actually good. You had Red Bull against Ferrari, one of Ferrari's more competitive races this season. And then, of course, one of my favourites this season, Singapore. We didn't know who was going to win this race. You know, Sainz, Norris, Russell, Hamilton, an actual battle for the lead without Red Bull just blasting past in the DRS. Then we had Japan, which was a pretty dead race. I've got nothing really to say about that. Qatar's always a bit chaotic and fun, isn't it? Then we had America. I think fucking they just bottled it and laid into Verstappen that race for some weird reason. Mexico was probably the worst race of the season. Brazil wasn't that good apart from the Alonso and Perez battle. Las Vegas for me, easily one of the races of the season. Just a really fun track, brilliant. And then we had Abu Dhabi, which was flat as per usual. But that is where your championship ended, troops. For starting from Perez, Hamilton, Alonso, Leclerc, Norris, Sainz, Russell, Piastri, Stroll, Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon, Alexander Albon, Yuki Tsunoda, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Ricardo, Zhou Guan Yu, Kevin Magnussen, Liam Lawson, Logan Sargent, and Nick De Vries. Will next season be better? One can only hope, but I think Red Bull will still be good, so I wouldn't, anyone who's holding out for it, do not be expecting much, guys. But that's your season review. I agree with a 3 out of 5. It's like a 6 out of 10 season. Like, honestly, going into a season, could we have asked for much more after what happened? Because when a team wins 21 out of 22 races, right? Or was it 23 races? I don't even know anymore. But honestly, like, when a team dominates so much, and in this case, Verstappen, you couldn't really have asked for like better behind because you had Aston Martin and McLaren taking the fight to Ferrari and Mercedes. Without Red Bull, it would have been a fucking mental season, man. But obviously they're still there, and Alpine were still good. You know, Alex Albon as well, and just crazy, crazy stuff, guys. I would give this season a 6 out of 10. But yeah, we need a title fight soon, and we need it now.